Hello friends, this is Rahul Patil. Let's simply learn robotic process automation with UiPath. In this video, we will transfer the file from local machine to the FTP server. But here we will use PPK file for authentication. Now the key part is here. We cannot directly use PPK file and provide that file for the authentication. So we need to convert that PPK file into SSH key files, and then we have to provide that SSH key file to client certificate path property to with FTP activity. Let's move on to the UiPath Studio. Yeah, so here basically I have developed the a small workflow, we can say, and here this is a PPK file that we have received, and these are the two files, that test1 and test2. Those two files we will basically transfer from our local to this FTP server. This is a WinSCP that we have used. Okay, now the workflow that I have developed, basically this is the assign activity that we have used to basically read all the files from this particular files directory. Then we use win FTP session. Now to use this with FTP session activities, we have to basically go to the manage package, and basically we have to download uipath.ftp.activities package. Then we can basically use FTP related activities. So these are the FTP activities where you can basically delete directory exists, download files, then file exists, upload file with FTP session. So these are a few activities that has been provided. Okay, now I have used here WinFTP session activity to basically establish the session with the FTP. Now here there are certain properties that we have to fill the property. The first property is password, username, but in our case we have a PPK files. We don't have the password, we have the PPK files for authentication, hence I have provided string.empty. And username that we are going to use, this username that I have provided here. Now in client certification path, basically I have provided the PPK file. Basically I have converted that PPK file into SSH key file, and that SSH.key file path that I have given in the client certification path. And the remaining properties I have kept it as default. The main part is again hostname and the port. That is again the mandatory part and mandatory requirement to transfer your file from local machine to the FTP. So these parameters, then I have basically these properties I have provided the required values. Yeah, now the key part is here, how basically convert that PPK file into the SSH file. Okay, so for that basically we will take a help from the WinSCP tool. Basically WinSCP tool has a capability to convert that PPK file into the SSH key files. Okay, now we'll go into the advanced, and we go into the authentication, and here there is a tool sections, and here we can click on generate new key pair with a PuTTY. Okay, now navigate onto the conversions. We'll import our existing PPK file. This is the PPK file, and again we export that into the ssh.com key file, whatever the option is here. So we will click on that. Then pop-up will again appear, which is something warning I can say, and they basically the warning is that, are you sure that you want to save this key without a passphrase to protect it? So if you provide a passphrase, you can provide a key passphrase, or if you don't want, then you can proceed without it as well. So we will proceed without a passphrase. So I will click on yes, and I will just provide a name ssh.key. This is the format. Dot key is the format that we have to use, and we will save this. So name, you can provide any name, that is doesn't matter here. Just I have just provided SSH because we are transfer that ppk file, and that is put the private key files into the SSH file, and dot key extension that we have used. So I'll just save this. I'll close this and I'll just refresh. So here you can see the SSH key file is there, and the same path that I have provided here in the SSH key files. Okay, now this is something, the properties that we have set with for the with FTP session activity. Now we have used directory exist activity. So on which directory that we want to transfer the files, we have first checked that directory. Here we have created one output variable called directory exist, and then we have used if activity where directory exist is there. Then basically the bot will iterate to the folder which is files, and all the files present under this files folder, it will picked up one by one, and it will basically transfer into the remote path. Yeah, so this is what the simple workflow I have basically created for the demonstration purpose. Yeah, so main key part is here. Basically we have to convert that ppk file into the SSH key. That is what the key part, because we cannot directly use the ppk file for the authentication purpose. Yeah, so I will just execute this and we'll see the result, whether we are able to transfer the files from our local laptop to the FTP server. So process is being executed, I can say, and yes, it is basically in progress. Yeah, you can see all the activities are green mark, which means it is executed successfully. Now we quickly move on to the WinSCP. I will just refresh this, and yeah, you can see this test1 and test2 both files are there. Yeah, so which means we have successfully transferred our files with our files into the FTP server. Yeah. So yeah, this is what the simple demonstration. If you have the ppk file with you, and still you want to make some integration from your local path to the remote path, or I would say a FTP server, then definitely it can be possible. The only thing is you have to convert that ppk file into the SSH key with the help of WinSCP, and then you can achieve the expected outcome. Yeah. Again, I will show you the property what all I have set for WinFTP session, because these are the key part that I can say. Our password is string.empty because we don't have the password, we have the file. Username, that is whatever username we have received, that username I have provided. The client certification part, that are in that path I have provided the SSH key file, whatever we have converted from using the WinSCP, and then hostname and port. Okay, so these are a few key properties that we need to set for with FTP session activity, and then we can proceed. Yeah, so that's it in this video. So if you have any question, please feel free and comment in the comment sections, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe.